So many people across the world have suffered from debt and deficit that people are losing their homes and being forced to live in things such as hotels, cars, motels, and other families' homes. I believe one of the main problems is how much oil has been costing these past few years. There was an option to make a pipeline that stretched from the USA to Canada that would create over 20,000 jobs.
Once the pipeline is built, then you turn around and people have to man to work for TransCanada themselves. So there's going to be, hundreds and hundreds of jobs just on that one project.
The reason people are saying stop the pipeline is mainly because the pipeline would have to go through the Ogallala Aquifer. If something happened to the pipeline and it broke open, the oil would destroy the biggest water supplier in America today.
The underground pipe would run straight through the aquifer.
The aquifer currently supplies approximately 30% of the nation's irrigation water.
To build or not to build the 1,700-mile Keystone XL pipeline, which would carry Canadian oil from the northern border to American refineries on the Gulf Coast.
The Ogallala Aquifer covers an area of 174,000 square miles across 8 states and holds over 978 trillion gallons of fresh water. It sustains 15% of the domestic corn and wheat crops, as well as 25% of the cotton crop. For many years, oil imports were coming from all corners of the world. We have become dependent on other countries because of the gas farm business, which makes things cost more for families. By the beginning of the summer, the prices of gas are predicted to be $5 and rising. People have been losing money daily due to gas prices. In the last few years, gas prices have been up and down, but it seems as though it can't and won't go back down. The national average in 2009 was $2.60. Now, the national average is $3.80 and higher.
When we first discovered oil, the amount of oil available per person was growing steadily until 1979. You see, BP discovered in a study that it was that year that the amount of oil available per person on the planet peaked, and ever since then has been going down just as fast as it went up. In fact, for the past few decades, we consume 3.5 barrels of oil for every new barrel we find. So, because of population growth, oil is going to become less abundant and harder to get to.
Taking advantage of the oil and coal we have here, drilling offshore in Alaska, drilling offshore in Virginia where the media want it.
Depending upon which study you want to believe, it's somewhere between 100 and a 400-year supply of natural gas. It's cleaner, it's cheaper, it's abundant. Most importantly, it's ours. It's ours. It's American. It's an American resource to create American jobs, to create American tax revenue.
In the
months ahead, there will be public meetings all along the proposed pipeline route to hear from concerned citizens and groups. Then it will be up to the federal government to decide whether or not to give Keystone XL